Hi, it's Kevin May, the Editor-in-Chief of PhocusWire. It's the PhocusWire studio. Misha Plotkine, the founder of TripElephant from Canada. Welcome. Thanks for joining us in our studio today.
Of course.
So, a couple of questions just generally about the business and the market in which you operate in. I mean, give us your 20-second, 30-second overview of what it is you actually do and the benefit that you bring to people that would use you. Let's start there.
So what we do is we create, manage, and optimize search engine marketing campaigns for travel companies.
Right.
Predominantly, we focus on hotels and accommodation OTAs. And the primary benefit is we provide a sustainable way of competing with the two biggest players in search, which is Booking.com and Expedia.
So how do you do that? That's the $12 billion question.
So that is our core technology, is actually creating campaigns, not just optimizing, but creating it from scratch or manipulating what the structure should be in order to get the most efficient results for your company and your inventory. Okay. And then we take all of that information that we do, everything that happens online, and we optimize it in terms of bidding, ad structure, campaign structure, anything that it takes in order to reach the target results.
And how does that all kind of shake out? Because we've referenced the multi-billion-dollar campaigns that they're able to run, and you're presumably working with far smaller operations. I mean, how do you perform when you're going up against the likes of those two organizations?
So it's a good question. What we do is we provide a sophisticated technology that allows our customers to compete with this. So Booking.com and Expedia spend billions, so they can afford to create big technical teams and big departments that actually do all this. And we provide that same similar technology as a service. And the way that we work with it is we charge a percentage of spend. So that's the way that we make money on it, but it's very economical since it's based on performance targets.
Right.
In smaller scale than Booking and Expedia, it doesn't really matter because we focus on long tail and unbranded search. So it's very particular to your kinds of inventory.
Right.
It might not be the first result in Google search, but you might be second or third. It just will be the most optimal for whatever you're selling.
Okay. How do you, just more broadly now, Misha, I mean, how do you see this market kind of evolving now? I mean, Google has become a very big player. It was a big player anyway, but now that with its own products, there is this argument that the OTAs, there's the don't bite the hand that feeds you and all this kind of thing. They're funding essentially a competitor, and then you're in this mix as well. I mean, but how do you see it all kind of panning out with reference to how you advise your own clients?
So what Google is doing is it's building more and more ad products. That's its core business. That's what its shareholders have purchased. The shareholders of Google haven't purchased the travel business. I mean, they've purchased some of the moonshot projects, but that's a small part of what they do. They're all after advertising products. And all these things that Google is building, the way that we see it is that it'll all just be another ad product. So hotel ads, they're gathering all this information, and sure, they're becoming more and more of a meta player, but what they're really just doing is setting themselves up for the next kind of 10 years of search. Voice. They need all this information in order to facilitate voice search. And all this will become ultimately an ad product, and we'll help our clients navigate this and find the most efficient use of it.
Okay. Do you sense there are other platforms on the horizon or that are already in the market that do capture the attention, and it isn't all just about Google?
Of course. I mean, Facebook
is the obvious one.
Yeah.
Is there any other outliers
with
potential?
I mean, we're on Bing. There's lots of other platforms, Bing, Yahoo, Yandex, in emerging markets. Of course, there's WeChat. That's not something that we're on currently, but messaging platforms where people are in completely mobile-first environments, China and India. We do a lot of business in India right now in terms of where people book, where people are originating from, but it's almost 100% mobile. So anything that is mobile-centric, I definitely see as like the next thing in terms of monetization of ads.
Yeah, and apologies if you're in this kind of element of it already, but the personalized campaigns and things like that, do you see, how big a role do you see that playing, and how far does the industry need to go before it gets into kind of personalized advertising?
So that is exactly kind of what we do and what we focus on, and that's how we help our customers compete, by just focusing on all the personalization. But there is a level, and I kind of talked about it during the pitch.
Yeah.
There's a level of trying to make sure that you're not too creepy, and you keep seeing this, with the backlash and GDPR and all the stuff on Facebook. You don't want to be necessarily told how much the ad platform knows about you, but it does serve a benefit to the consumer to get exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So there's a balance, and I think right now the big players have certainly done personalization, but where it's going towards is to find that balance, to find how closely can they offer you a suggestion before you start to freak out that they know, your at home address and
Right.
exactly when you're planning or even dreaming about traveling.
Yeah. Okay. Misha Plotkine, thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.